The best Christmas of my life. On the last day of school before the new year, snow clouds were gathering above the small town. Inside the classroom, the students were buzzing with excitement, talking about their new clothes, the decorations they had put up at home, and the parties they would attend. But among all that laughter, Lena, a quiet girl from a poor family, sat silently at her desk. Her coat was thin, her shoes were worn, and her eyes were fixed on her hands as she listened to her friends describe the colorful dresses they would wear. With every word, a heavier sadness settled in her heart. When school ended, Lena walked home through the falling snow. The cold bit at her fingers, but the pain in her chest was stronger. She tried to smile when she reached the small wooden house where her parents waited, but the sadness couldn't be hidden. That night, as snow drifted softly outside, her family gathered around their simple dinner. The air was quiet, heavy with worry. Finally, Lena whispered, "Dad, I want a new dress for the new year." Her father's hands trembled slightly. He looked at her with love, but also helplessness. "My dear, I wish I could, but this year I can't afford it." Lena's eyes filled with tears. She pushed her plate away, rushed to her room, and slammed the door shut. Her mother reached toward her helplessly, and her father lowered his head in pain. They had nothing more to give, though their love was endless. In her room, Lena sat on her bed, crying quietly. Outside, the wind began to howl. Suddenly, bang! The window burst open with a sharp blast of icy wind. Snowflakes swirled through the room. Lena hurried to close it, shivering, but as soon as she lay back down, bang! The window slammed open again. Before she could react, a strong but gentle hand grabbed her. She gasped as she was lifted, carried into the whirling snow, and dropped into something soft like a giant velvet sack. "Ah! Help! Someone!" A calm, deep voice answered, "Don't be afraid, child. I'm Santa Claus." The sack loosened, and Lena crawled out trembling. Before her stood Santa, his beard snowy white, his coat glowing like warm embers. "Tonight," he said with a smile, "I can grant you 3 wishes." Lena's eyes widened. 3 wishes? For her? "Go on," Santa encouraged, "whatever your heart desires." The first wish, the magical dress shop. "I want beautiful clothes," Lena whispered. Santa tapped his staff on the snow. Goof! They appeared inside a fantastical clothing store unlike anything in the real world. Rows and rows of glowing dresses hung from floating hangers, ribbons twisted in the air like dancers. Coats changed colors as she touched them, pink to blue, blue to gold. Shoes sparkled like they were made of stars. Mirrors showed her not just how she looked, but how she felt. Lena laughed with pure joy as she tried on warm coats, twirling dresses, and shiny boots. She filled Santa's bag with everything she loved, more than she had ever dared dream. The second wish, the chocolate kingdom. "My second wish, chocolate, lots of chocolate." Santa grinned and touched the ground with his staff. In a blink, they stood inside a fantastical chocolate factory, a kingdom of sweets. Chocolate rivers flowed between bridges of candy canes, walls were made of gingerbread and icing, machines shaped truffles, spun sugar into cotton candy, and poured caramel fountains. The air smelled like cinnamon, vanilla, and warm cocoa. Lena ran from one machine to another, filling Santa's bag with cocoa bars, marshmallows, fudge, biscuits, peppermints, and every sweet imaginable. She felt like she was inside a dream. The third wish, the enchanted amusement park. I want to go to the biggest amusement park ever. This time, Santa didn't even need his staff. With a wink, they appeared in a dazzling realm of rides and lights. Giant roller coasters looped through the clouds. Ferris wheels spun with glowing lanterns. Music floated everywhere. Lena laughed until her stomach hurt. She rode every ride, spinning teacups, a flying carousel, a dragon coaster, glowing bumper cars. She ate magical popcorn that popped in rainbow colors and cotton candy that melted like warm snowflakes. For the first time in a long time, she felt happy. But on the way home, her smile slowly faded. Santa noticed. "You got everything you wished for. Why are you sad, dear child?" Lena lowered her head. "Because I upset my parents. They looked so hurt when I yelled at them, and I wish I could have one more wish." Santa's eyes twinkled. "What would it be?" "I'd ask for a new boat for my father. His old one is broken. He can't fish anymore, and that's why we're poor. I wish I could help him." Santa placed a warm hand on her shoulder. "My sweet child, love like yours is the rarest gift, but tonight I can only grant 3 wishes." Lena nodded sadly. Santa brought her home. She left all the clothes and chocolates under the tree and tiptoed to her room. She whispered, "Thank you," to the night, curled up in her blanket, and drifted into peaceful sleep. Morning magic. At dawn, her mother rushed into the room. "Lena, wake up! Something wonderful has happened." Lena jumped out of bed. She ran to the Christmas tree and froze. Next to the clothes, next to the chocolates, standing proudly, was a shiny new fishing boat with a large, strong net folded beside it, exactly what she had wished for. Tears filled her eyes. She hugged her parents tightly. "I'm sorry. I love you so much." Her father lifted her into his arms. "And we love you more than anything." That day, under the falling snow, the family celebrated the New Year together, warm, joyful, and grateful. And Lena knew with all her heart that this had been the best Christmas of my life.